besties. Okay, so we are back with the Townies by World 1 year later makeover series, and I finally made it to Delta Valley after I brief detour into the new world and their townies, which I'll leave it linked in a card in case you haven't seen it, because I kind of went out of order, but it was because I really was enjoying those townies. I really wanted them to look better. They look great, but I just wanted them to look like how I would make them look. And so I figured I'd just skip straight to that and then jump back in after. And so this is currently the after. And we started off with Venessa Jeong, who, spoiler alert by the way, is still very broken for me. I don't understand. She literally broke I think all of Del Sol Valley. Not all, but half. And it's a real shame because she looks really good, I think, but I remember in the first, the very first makeover series, she wouldn't show up, so I had no pics of her because she literally would not show up. I couldn't load the lot where she lived in, or I couldn't teleport her into the park because she literally wouldn't show up. And the exact same thing happened this time. I tried to load in and I literally had to close my game, reopen it, and then I figured I'd try the parkway like we did last time. And so I was starting to take pics, and then I finally got to Venessa and she literally would not show up from the teleporter, or for teleporting her with the MC command center. None of that worked. And then I only got half of the screenshots, and then I tried to do other people that weren't her, and even they wouldn't show up. So she kind of broke them. So some of them you'll only be able to see in cast, at least for right now, because they literally would not show up for me. But they all look nice. They all look really, really nice. I think Vanessa's makeover turned out really, really well. And I actually really liked it. So it was really tough now being able to show it in game. Basically, I changed up her hair color a little bit because, in keeping with the whole 1 year later thing, I figured she'd be more famous by now. She isn't quite the newcomer anymore, and she's a little bit more established. So I figured she'd look a little bit better. And she has a really cute bob, and I've been really obsessed with this bob by Aretha B lately. It's really nice because it's slightly longer than a lot of the bobs that I've had, but also slightly shorter than a lot of the bobs that I've had, so it kind of fits in this really unique area of bob that I really enjoy, actually. And I know she's supposed to be an actress, so I wanted to style her semi-fashionably, because I don't think she's super famous, but I do think she's probably at least B-list by now. We move on to Judith Ward, who I'm so glad I gave her a little face surgery update last year, because I think she looks really good. I really like her face like this. And I like immediately gave her an overlay because I know that like she doesn't play about aging. Like her and Nancy, I feel like are like on the same wavelength. They might even be like friends, I think, because I feel like they definitely get along, because I don't think either of them really want to like visibly age ever. So basically I gave her like a really cute little set and like some nice hair. And I don't know, I just feel like she's like super vain. Her and Nancy, like I keep pulling them together because I definitely feel like they're like, again, like the same person, Loki. But Judith is more like globally famous and Nancy is more like rich famous, if that makes sense. Like Nancy's famous for being rich, but like Judith is famous for like her job, you know? But they're both vain in that like sense that they definitely get along. And it took me a while to find like hairstyles for her, just because like I enjoyed like trying things out on her. I thought it was fun because I don't usually play with Judith really ever. Like you'll see her around all the time, but like I don't ever play with her, so I don't really see her face too much. So it was just fun trying out like different hairstyles and stuff on her. And I remembered from my like San Myshuno makeover that Lily Feng actually like she like changed her color, like her signature color, from like red green to blue, like an icy blue. So I figured, like, you know how it is with like celebrities, like they all sort of follow trends, like the same trends. So I figured since Lily, I feel like she's also famous, but like business famous. Like there's just like different kinds of famous, but like I feel like they'd all know who the other one is. So I feel like because Lily switched up her color, like maybe the new celebrity color is like icy blue. So I tried to keep a lot of like icy blue things for Judith, but I also think that it just really worked with like her skin tone and like her eye color and her hair color and stuff. Like, I think icy blue looked really nice actually, or even just like a dark blue, really just blue. I think like it went really well with her eye color and like her hair color. And I had a lot of fun thinking of like different outfits for Judith, honestly. I feel like I put the most time into thinking about what outfits I'd give her and like styling her and stuff, just because I love styling Vane Sims, like because then I don't have to like do any like real casual outfits or anything. Like I feel like they're always over the top in terms of like dress and stuff. So yeah, it's fun, it's a lot of fun. And just like Vanessa, I wanted to give Judith like a fur coat. I gave a lot of people fur coats because I feel like fur coats are very celebrity, very rich girl thing. And so I gave her like a fluffy fur coat, and I don't regret it. I still really like the look. It might be a bit like old Hollywood, but like I think they're fashionable in my sim version of Hollywood. Then we move on to the Bailey Moons. And for Thorn, like I already changed his hair color last year, but like, I mean like they're aging, you know, like they're not gonna be aging drastically, but like they're definitely aging. So I wanted to give him like a more adult hairstyle. I really still like the hair color on him, so I didn't change it. But I did change up like his outfit and his hairstyle for something a bit more mature looking, but still like celebrity fashionable. And honestly, what I thought was funniest was I was like midway into his makeover before I realized that I didn't like switch over his skin details and stuff. But I think Thornberry is like one of the most attractive like pre-mades because he has like a really, really good face. And I might have changed a couple things about it, but I know I didn't change like that much about it. Like he has like a really, really good face, and I really love his nose. And I feel like they don't really I don't know, they don't do as many like interesting featured pre-mades as often as I'd like, because like I really like Knox Greenberg's nose. Like I think that's really cool, and I love that like when your Sims have kids with him, like they can like get the nose too, because it's such a pretty thing. Like I really like it, you know. I like the more like unique facial features to like passed down through genetics in The Sims. And it's nice. I don't know, it's really nice. Especially when I have like a lot of same face syndrome, I feel. Especially for like legacies and stuff, I feel like I make the same Sim over and over again. So it's really nice to have more like unique looking townies that can like help me, basically. And Octavia is also like one of the most attractive pre-mades. Like she has a really, really good face, and I think that's why Orange, like when he ages up, he has like a really good face. Like it was impossible for him to not have a good face because both of his parents have like face economies, so of course he would have a face bank. There's no way. And I literally downloaded his hair right before I did the makeover, and I was like, I wonder if she'd look good with his hair, and she did. And so I kind of had to give it to her. And I've been wanting to use this dress on an actual celebrity for quite some time because it gives very celebrity to me, but it also looks really, really nice. Like that like pink champagne color on her looks really, really nice. And I wanted to like switch between like her curly hair and like a like straightened version, because like celebrities do that all the time. Like they'll have like different hair for different events and stuff. So I just wanted to like not give her like the same hair, because I feel like that's kind of robbing her of like her celebrity status, you know. And I also give her the icy blue color. I think it's so pretty, and it looks good on like so many different skin tones and stuff. Like I don't even like blue like that in real life, but like it was kind of really nice. Like, and I had like my little lore thing of like icy blue being like the season's color. So I was like fully immersed in my Sim Hollywood. And Orange, I didn't really change much for Orange because like he's just a kid. And like there's not much you can really do in terms of like aging a kid aside from just like straight up aging them up. Which I feel like I might do next year if I like decide to redo them. I may like next year like age Sims up and like add Sims because I've been wanting to add like babies to so many like families, but I haven't because I said I wouldn't like the first or like second episode, and so I stuck to it. But like I definitely regret not doing that. And also, since I'm sort of doing this as like a way to make my own save file, which I can like hopefully put up for like download and stuff, because I know you guys really like the makeovers and stuff, so it would be nice to be able to just have them all in one spot, so that way like I can play with it and you could play with it and it would make my life really easy. So because I kind of want to make it into like my own save file sort of, I've been doing like the Newcrest stuff and like making my own family slash like personalized save file in Newcrest, which would obviously still be part of like the overarching Townies by Worlds makeover save file. But because Newcrest is just like a blank world, like I wanted to sort of fill it up with some of like my own people with their own like stories and stuff. And because it's going to be a personalized save file, I feel like next year, if I do redo them or if I revisit it, I'll like add my own characters because I feel like that'd be fun. Like I don't know, I think it'd be fun. But anyway, we move on to technically the broke households because I put the 3 like free roaming celebrities into like one household, so that way we wouldn't have to worry about forgetting any of them again. So Dustin Broke, I know he's a DJ, so like I tried to keep him like DJ fashionable, and he always has like some form of headphone on because I feel like they did it anyway when they were styling him, so I might as well just like lean into it. But I remember Dustin Broke is from like The Sims 2. I'm pretty sure he's like the eldest son of like Brandy Broke, and like his dad died and stuff. I know like a little bit about The Sims 2 lore. Like I've played The Sims 2 a tiny bit, but definitely not when it was out. But I know that people love that game, so I definitely had to like check it out and see what it's about. And it's a really good game. I definitely would recommend, but it is old, so there's also that. But I think it's really fun when they sort of like drop Sims that like we already know into the like alternate universe that is the Sims 4. Like Holly Alto, she was in The Sims 3, I'm pretty sure. And she also has a face economy, like, and I didn't really notice it, or maybe I did notice it last year, but I was really noticing it this year. Like she looks so pretty with like so many of the outfits that I was like styling, and I was like, wow, look at Holly Alto. I never really pay attention to her either, because I don't really ever see her ever. Like you see Judith everywhere, but like you don't really see her out and about too much, so I never really have time to actually like look at her. But in keeping with last year, because I'm pretty sure I styled her in more of like a Y2K thing, because I was like big last year, I feel. Still kind of this year, but I feel like it was like really big last year, like end of last year. So this time I think like more early 2000s video vixen vibes, and I don't know if that really came across. And it definitely wasn't for like all outfits, but definitely like her everyday outfits. I tried to keep it very like early 2000s video vixen, which is it's still Y2K themed, but like a bit more specific of a vibe, I guess. And then we move on to Is He Fabulous? And for Izzy, like, I don't really know what the vibes are. I think he's like, I actually don't know what he does. Like, genuinely, I don't know what. I'm guessing a comedian based on like, I actually don't know because that's the party animal aspiration. So I'm assuming he's just like a famous person for some reason, like one of those people that you kind of don't know why they're famous, but they are. Maybe fashion designer. I feel like that was what it was because I feel like that's why I dressed him like that last year. I don't know, but I wanted more of like a medium length hair, but like a particular vibe. It was like not quite long, but not quite medium. But there's no like in between. Like it's either short, medium, or long when you do like the categories for cast. So sometimes CC creators kind of just like put it in the closest category that they think works for it. Because I kind of I wanted like a bit of a longer hair, but not like super long. And since he's really into like patterns and such and like vibrant colors, like I really wanted to make sure that that like came through in their outfits. So I definitely wanted like fun suits and stuff and like fun shirts. And since they had glasses, I gave them like a cooler looking, more fashionable eyewear. And I don't know, I tried to like mix him up with like just like a lot of like cool colors, like fun, vibrant colors, because that seemed like something that he was into. So I wanted to sort of keep with that. We move on to like the second celebrity household that I created last year to make sure that I don't miss anybody. And we established last year that Alex Moyer is actually not a celebrity, but I thought it'd be fun to think that like, you know, she like accidentally ended up in Delso Valley living with like a bunch of celebrities, and like her and Dirk like got married. So she's now Alex moyer-dreamer, and they're like a couple, like an official couple with like wedding rings and everything. Like I thought it was cute, and like I gave them a close family dynamic, and I think like a steamy romantic dynamic, I think that's what it's called. And it was nice, and I really like this hair on her. It was really fun, and it made me think like 60s 70s looks for her, and I thought that that sort of came through really well. Kind of honestly a little bit like Positions era Ariana Grande, but without like the hair. It was like loosely the vibe, but I thought it was really funny that like they would have ended up marrying just because she like accidentally ended up there, because I like could have sworn that like she was a celebrity, but she's also one of those Sims that like live forever. And also I noticed that like there's a duplicate of her, even though like she still exists. But I guess like, actually no, I don't think it's a duplicate. I think because she's one of those Sims that like lives forever, and that like all of these Sims were like their own individual Sims. Like I think I just like forgot to delete her Sim, so she popped up twice when I was trying to teleport her in to take screenshots. But I made sure to delete her But she does usually live like forever, like several generations. But she's not like a vampire or anything. She's just like one of those Sims for some reason. Like I get it for some of the Henford on Bagley Sims, like they're sort of important to like the plot or whatever. But like she kind of doesn't do much, so I don't know why she's one of those Sims that live forever. But she just is. But I like her though. I really like the made over version of her, I should say. I think she's really nice. And then we move on to Brittany, and Brittany is, I'm pretty sure, just an adult, but somebody's gonna have to like pry the platinum blonde color away from me. It just has such a hold on me. Like I just really love it for like everyone. It's so pretty, but I don't think Brittany's as vain as like some of her peers. So like I wanted to give her a little bit of age, just like a little bit, nothing crazy. Just a tiny bit of age to show that like she's actually an adult. And I love that hair so much. Like those two hairs were like so sickening, and I downloaded them right before, and I really like Brittany in like short haircuts. So but I went with Old Reliable. I adore this hair from Simandy, and it's old. It's like it's not even new, it's old. Like it's quite like years and years old by now, but it's so good. And there's nothing quite like it. Like nothing hits the same as this hair does, because it's such a particular like hairstyle that no one else has really done or done as well as Simandy has done. And I saw this dress where it's like pleated and like draped over, and it was just too pretty not to use. Like it was gorgeous. She looked like an award. And I could not use it. Like it was so pretty. And one thing Sente's gonna do is make a beautiful dress. Like you can count on Sente to make a beautiful dress, because that is like stupidly pretty. Like really the whole collection is just gorgeous, and it's for weddings, but like I've been changing them and using them for like all the celebrities so far, and I've been like giving them like colors. Like it's a wedding dress when it's white, but like when it's not white, it just could be like a fancy formal dress. And they're just so pretty, like so pretty. And I had fun with Brittany too. I definitely think so. It was fun sort of like finding a line between like fashionable young adult dress and like fashionable adult dress without making it seem like old lady dress, you know, or like too young for her age. Not that there really is anything like that, but like, you know what I mean? Like the balance. And for Dark Dreamer, I really didn't change too much. There was really not much to change. I think, honestly, I feel like I'm forever tainted with like just like the name. He's also a Sims 2 character, and I know that, but I think the version of him that's impacted me the most probably like Ashley plays her version of Dark Dreamer. Like, that's really what comes to mind when I think of Dirk. And so he's like forever tainted to me. Like I can't ever play with him because it's like not that they even look alike. Like I think that's the funniest thing. Like she actually made him look like her own character, but it's just like there's just something about it. Like I see him and I just can't. Like I never play with him. Never. Like I used to sometimes have my Sims have kids with him, but even that I don't do anymore. He's just like I don't know. I like it feels like I'm like interrupting with like him and Mimi. Like I can't. And I think that's just really iconic actually. And like he has like a very lasting impression of me. But for like this version, I kept him very like streetwear slash like celebrity stylish, which is kind of what I've been doing for everybody. Especially because like I kind of don't remember why half of these people are even famous to begin with. So I didn't want to do anything too particular in case that wasn't like their actual reason for being famous. So I just kept them like celebrity fashionable. And Kayla Fleming, she's so pretty by the way. And I really love like the honey blonde hair color on her. And I remember last year specifically going for honey blonde because I was gonna go platinum. But I know like somebody was complaining that like I used platinum blonde too much. So I was like, maybe I should make it honey blonde instead. So that way they won't complain. But I also think that honey blonde just works better for like her skin tone, and it kind of reminds me of like Mary J. Blige. Like I feel like honey blonde is like Mary J. Blige and Beyonce from like the early 2000s coded. So it kind of like it made me see her in that way. But also I had like a lot of new hairstyles because I was originally trying to keep it like braids because I really liked her in those braids. And so I was trying to keep it still braided, but I don't think that I end up going for braids just because like I wasn't feeling it. I don't know. And like the bob was like cool, and I kind of wanted to do like a two color bob, like a black and honey blonde thing. But I don't know, it didn't sit right with me. And I really liked the like brown, like the two-tone brown thing, but that's sort of my problem when it comes to some custom content here. Like it's so specific in terms of like the colors that like if I don't have that exact same sort of color combo and that exact same length for a different hairstyle, then I'm not gonna do it. Like I think about it too much. And of course I did all of that just to end up going for braids because why am I like this? It took me literally like 20 minutes of debating whether I wanted to continue going for braids or like try and find like some other hair. But I also just really love this like particular braid style from, I believe it's Okayo. Pretty sure that that's what, yeah, it is. It's really nice. It has like a really nice texture and it has like a really nice color. And I just really like it. And I used the like really big braided bun from Growing Together. And I have to admit, it looks really realistic. And I remember them saying that they like consulted like a black hairstylist when they were making that hair and like a couple other hairs for the pack. And you can definitely tell, like it looks so real. Like if you've ever known anyone that's had box braids and like put them up in a bun, like a lot of like really long box braids, and like they put it up in a bun, like it looks kind of just like that. Like it's actually so crazy how realistic it looked. It kind of reminded me of like middle school for some reason. But I honestly I went with box braids because I felt like it had, not it had, but like I had like more variety in terms of like hairstyles. Like I wanted some down, some up, some in like different ways down, if that makes sense. And then the screenshots, or at least the screenshots that I could get, I took them in like the park in Delta Valley, and I really love them together actually. Like I think that their screenshots came out really cute. And at first I was just sort of like worried that like I wouldn't like that choice, but I really do like it. I stand by it. I think all the Sims that I was able to actually get pictures of look really nice. And I'm still really upset that I couldn't get the other ones to like show up. But I hope that you guys remember how they looked in cast, because they looked really nice, and I was really proud. And I'll still put them up on like the gallery and stuff. Like you should be able to download that no problem. I think it's just something on my end. I don't think it's like the actual sim itself. But let me know what you guys think about the makeovers. And I'll see you in the next video.